Welcome back to Archicad in Minutes. In today's lesson, we will learn how to use the column tool in Archicad. By the end of this lesson, you will know how to create, modify, and manage columns professionally. Let's get started. So coming down to our toolbox, we have this icon, column. Clicking on column, we have our information box. And then here we have the column, segment, floor plan and section, structural analytical parameters, classification and property. So now in columns, we have first of all the size. By default, this is linked. So if I want it to be same size 230 by 230 or 450 by 450, once I updated this, it will change. So everything now is the same. So if I uncheck this and I have 230, so it's going to only affect one of the side. So let's say I'm having 230 by 230. Then these two options, if you want your column to be slanted, so you click on this and then you insert the desired angle. If you want it to be just vertical straight, you click on this and then you have your vertical column. Coming to positioning, so here it shows you at which level are you trying to create your column, and then is it linked or not linked. So professionally, we advise you to leave it as linked, so that whenever you change your headroom, it's going to be same size all through. That's telling you that this is still 450 because it's linked to the next floor. So coming down to segment, in segment now, it depends on, in structure, it depends on what type of column do you want. Do you want it to be simple square or simple rectangle, or do you want it to be circular, or do you want it to be a composite column? That is, if you are dealing with your I section or head channels, so you click on this. So if it is a circular, the other option is off. And then now, it depends on what are you creating. Are we creating an actual column, or we are using the column element to create an aesthetics material? So if you are using it for a structural element, so we come down here and click reinforce concrete structural. Then this, it gives you whether you're going to have an external finish or not. For example, if you're dealing with a column in mosques or in churches, so you need a round column and then you need a plaster around it. So you click on this and then you click this. So not forgetting that this is the finish, whereas this is the core. The model, are we overriding the surface? So by clicking this, we already have our surface, and then we can link them up and then change them to a desired color that we want. Under classification and property, you have your column ID. Then let's come down to floor plan. In floor plan, do you want to show the column on home story, or do you want to link them up, or do you want to make it to be relevant in all the stories? So it's important. If you come down to cost surface, by default, I tried to make this to be a dark color so that it's going to be readable if I implement it on my architectural drawing. So by default, I'll put it none, and it's going to be something like this. So at the end of the day, this usually conflicts with the architectural world, and then it's not going to be readable. Then under floor plan and symbol, we have crosshair. If you don't like this, you can click on this and make it plain, and then you don't need it again. Under structural function, you have it as a load bearing element, or you come down to classification and properties and you make it load bearing element, non load bearing element, or undefined. and then you can have positioning, whether it's exterior or interior, and then you can click OK. So if you look at here, we have different varieties of column, ranges from circular column is plaster effect, square column is plaster effect, that is composite column, and then we have a simple 230 by 450 column, and then we have one that is not overlaid. So now assuming I have a wall like this, so at the end of the day you will see that this column is so readable. But assuming, let me pick up this and then put it here, you will see that this one is more readable compared to this. So that's why sometimes we make it a bit thicker so that it's going to be readable. So looking at all those in 3D, let me remove the wall that I created. So we have different varieties of columns. This is Archicad in minutes. See you in our next tutorial where we talk about beam tool.